Your silence is more dangerous than what you think it is. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your silence is more dangerous than what you think it is. Now, family, I need y'all to drop in the comments and say, silence is power. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, silence is power. Now, you will get a lot more when a person think you know a lot less. You will be able to go a lot further when people see you as a mystery, right? And you will be able to get a lot more from individuals, period, when you are quiet, all right? See, God has given us one mouth and two ears for a reason, okay? And it is for us to listen more and to speak less, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, speak less. And sometimes, y'all, we can have an issue with this because we all have a message. We all have a word. We all got something to say, right? But sometimes it's about listening, because your opponent, your adversary, your enemy will tell you everything you need to know, right? Just listening to people will get you further. Silence is dangerous, and it's more dangerous than what you think it is. Now, I know a lot of us, we have never had support from family, friends. We've never had support from people who love us, or even people who don't even know us, right? Never had support. And so whenever we finally feel like we have a friend in someone, we run and tell them our achievements. We run and tell them our accomplishments. We run and tell them all the things that we have done. And guess what? These are the same individuals who dislike you, who don't like you, and wish that you fall off forever. All right? I'm just being honest, y'all. Silence is dangerous, because guess what, y'all? If they can't figure out the angle to take to hit you, then they'll never be able to get the chance to miss you. Reno, what are you saying right now? If you don't give them a target, then they'll never be able to shoot a shot. Are y'all following what I'm saying? So your silence is more dangerous than what you think it is. Don't think that silence is weakness. I love to say that silence is a person being strategic. It's always the ones who, hey man, you know I'm gonna do it like this. Hey, y'all see the type of car I got? Hey, you see where I'm going? Hey man, hey, I'm the biggest, I'm the best. The best and the biggest don't gotta say I'm the best and I'm the biggest. A humble person don't gotta convince or persuade you that they're humble. A rich individual, I'm gonna say wealthy, because we got some rich people, y'all, who have money, but they wanna show you that they have money. Okay, bad analogy. But wealthy people who know they got money for longevity, and they're gonna always have it until their kids die, right? Rockefellers and, you know, Kennedys and all these rich, wealthy families. Those type of people, they're wealthy. They're not trying to prove to you that they're wealthy. They're actually very quiet, which is going to allow them to make more money, which is going to allow them to multiply their resources, and the list goes on. But the point remains, y'all, when you are silent, people won't know what you have. People won't know how to take you, and people won't understand how to approach you. And that's where you want to keep them, right? That's where you want to keep them. And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get directly into this video. No need for a long intro, but I had to let you know why silence is always going to be more dangerous, right? Why silence will always be power, okay? Family, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into the first one, y'all. Number one, it makes people wonder. All right? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Number one is it makes people wonder. All right? Now, family, I'm going to tell you like this. Anytime you always are talking, you're always giving a message, you know, you're always allowing people to see you, hear you. You're always giving people the opportunity to judge or not judge. You're always giving a person and target. At some point, y'all, they're going to stop even trying to hit the target, right? Because you're always available. Okay, you're always available. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm no longer available. Reno, what are you saying right now? It is great to make people wonder about you, right? And family, as an empath, and I'm going to speak for myself, and maybe I'm speaking for many of y'all, right? But as an empath, we have the notion to over-explain, overcompensate, overshare, and we're constantly trying to get people to understand us. It's not because we are weak. It's not because, we feel like we need people to be codependent on. It is because we literally want to get the job done emotionally and mentally. We feel better when we feel like we have an understanding with other individuals. We feel better when we feel like we have got the job done in terms of connecting with that individual. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? So it's difficult as an empath to make people wonder because we're constantly wondering about them, right? We're constantly wondering if they are okay. And so I'm telling you, family, it is your season to make people wonder. It's not to say you're playing a mind game so you can get something from them. It's not to say that you're manipulating them. I want to make sure I make that clear, family. This is not a manipulation game. This is time for you to make people wonder. Wonder about what you have going on. Wonder about your accomplishments. Worry about what you're doing in life, right? We got to stop worrying about other people because clearly it would not get you nowhere further than your home, further than heartbreak, further than headache, further than anxiety, right? So it is very healthy to make people wonder. The people who survive in the dating field, you know who those individuals are? Those individuals are the people who remain a mystery, right? Some people literally wear their heart on their sleeve, and soon as you meet them, they gonna give you their whole life story. They gonna tell you about how they fell off a bike when they was 11 years old. They gonna tell you about how their dad, used to beat them up on the back of the bus. They gonna tell you about how they had, got a wedgie by the school bully. I mean, they gonna tell you everything, right? They wear their heart on their sleeve, okay? But the individual who's kind of conservative, very observant, they sit back and watch, that's going to be that individual who get more dates. The individual who actually get the relationship. Male or female, right? Male or female. We as human beings tend to run away from people who are running towards us. Let me say that once again, y'all. We as human beings tend to run away from people who run towards us. Here's the funny thing. They can be a good person. They can be a great person. Listen, y'all, this can be the person of your dreams, the person that God has sent towards you, right? However, you feel like since they're coming onto you or they're running towards you, that this ain't the person for me. Let me get this person away. I mean, y'all always seen it. Even when it comes to school, who does the girl like? The bad guy or the football player or the guy who does not show her any attention? Even when it comes to cartoons, even when it comes to television sitcoms, who did Steve Urkel, chase after all this time? Laura. Hey, Laura. He was always chasing Laura, right? But when he turned into, what's the cool guy? Stefan. When he turned into Stefan, it was a little different. She wanted Stefan, but she didn't want Steve Urkel. Why? Because Steve Urkel was chasing her. It is good to make people wonder. You'll get so much more. And people tend to understand the value that you carry, right? Which is going to be another point. But point remains, y'all, it makes people wonder. This is why silence is dangerous, all right? Moving on to the next one. Number 2, it becomes a weapon, okay? It becomes a weapon. Family, I'm not talking about no sledgehammer. I'm not talking about no machete, no gun. But when I say it becomes a weapon, it becomes a mental weapon. It becomes an emotional weapon. It becomes the weapon that you utilize when you're not trying to go back and forth with a person, right? So for instance, y'all, in past relationships, I understand that when it comes to verbal warfare, it's real, right? You can say some of the most harshest things to a person and vice versa, and you can break them down, and I'm not saying this in a good way because it's actually bad. Honestly, I don't even like arguing. I really don't, because it is counterproductive, number one, and then number two, you're hurting one another. I say something bad to you, you say something bad back, and now we're sitting here, in disgrace of what we have said, but now we can't take it back because it's already been said. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Like, when you're angry, you close your eyes and open up your mouth. This is the most unwisest time to speak, but oftentimes we do this. Make sense what I'm saying, family? So with that being said, y'all, silence is a weapon. Because like I said in point one, it makes people wonder. It makes people check on you. It makes people ask about you. It makes people, check in with you, call you, text you, because it is a weapon, right? They're trying to figure out if they are still in the good with you. They trying to figure out, hey, we all right? Are we good? Nah, we good. It's just the fact that I'm learning how to practice silence. I got to practice being quiet. Because when I was talking, y'all wasn't hearing me. When I was talking, y'all wasn't feeling me. Now I'm not talking. Now you want to hear about it. It's because it is a weapon, right? And it is a emotional and mental weapon. And this is something that we should all utilize. Silence. Sit back, observe. Silence. Allow a person to make moves first. Stop being so quick to jump to conclusion. Quick to jump to fixing a problem. Allow them to be the solution to the problem, right? Allow them to go in their pockets. Allow them to go in their bag. Silence is a weapon. It will save you. It'll save you heartbreak. It'll save you pain. It'll save you headache. It will save you. All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say silence will save you. It will literally save you from going to jail. It will literally save you from going to jail. But the point is, y'all, silence will always be power. Okay. Moving on to the next one is going to be number 3. That is, people begin to appreciate you more. Right. People begin to appreciate you more. Now, when it comes to appreciation, what makes a person appreciate you, right? You not being available as much. Them knowing that you're not going to be here next week. Them knowing that if they don't say thank you or if they don't appreciate you, then you're going to pull back. Them knowing that you understand your value and you understand who you are. So if anybody give you anything less, then you're going to cut them out. So people begin to appreciate you more when you are silent. Like I said, y'all, they want to make sure that they're still in the will. They want to make sure that they are still within your good graces, right? One thing that I had seen, y'all, when it came to the Menendez brothers, which was a true story, right? These were 2 guys who ended up killing their parents, mother and father, because they were just sick of them. I guess because they were strict on them and they were trying to chastise them. Spoiled rich kids who are in prison to this day, right? And, they murdered their parents. And on top of that, they inherited a large lump sum of money. I'm talking about in the high millions, right? Long story short, before they got the inheritance, they was looking for that will. They was trying to figure out, am I going to get the money or we not? Silence. Pops went silence on them. Pop said, I'm not going to give y'all anything. And this is according to the Netflix special, obviously. But according to the Netflix special, y'all, Pop said, I'm not going to give y'all anything because y'all are not appreciative. Y'all are not appreciative, man. You out my will. Pops went silent. And then they took care of business. And now they're stuck trying to figure out, am I going to get the inheritance or not? But if Pops never maintained his silence and opened up his mouth more, then they would know and they would still unappreciate him, right? And I want to make sure I make this clear, y'all. I'm not sure what they went through, as children. I know that they said it on the television and they said it in the courthouse, but one guy's story was kind of accurate and the other guy's story was not. So in my opinion, I'm thinking that these were, rich kids who were spoiled brats and they heard the word no and they lost it, So I want to make sure I make this clear because I know some people are supporters of them and I understand that. But from my opinion, they seem to be rich kids who they're not used to the word no, right? I don't know, y'all. Y'all can share y'all opinion on that. But the point is, y'all, people will begin to appreciate you more when you go silent. Point blank, period. They're trying to see if they are in your good graces. All right. Moving on to the next one. It's going to be number 4, y'all. Self-reflection. All right. Self-reflection. Somebody drop in the comments and say reflect on self. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say reflect on self. It is always great to sit in silence, not to contemplate on should I did this or should I have done that, not to beat yourself up, but to reflect on self, but to sit within your mistakes, sit within your successes, sit within the person that you have become, whether that is good or bad. But it's always great to self-reflect, right? So family, for instance, like when I became homeless and then I went to the apartment that y'all used to see me do videos in, I had a time where I sat in my chair, my computer chair, and I cried. And the reason why I cried was because I was self-reflecting. I reflected on everything I went through. I reflected on everything that made me into the man I was at that particular time. And what I realized was self-reflection is something that we all need as men and women. It's like a checkpoint. It's like a space where you get to go and say, I see this, I see that, I see this mistake, I see what I did right? You get the opportunity to appreciate who you have become. That's why they say a lot of celebrities living in the fast lane, right? We seen it even on the song with Tupac and Jodeci. I'm living in the fast lane, I'm for real. When you're living in the fast lane, you don't get the opportunity to self-reflect. Everything is fast. Fast food, fast sex, fast drink, fast smoke, fast speak, fast talk, fast, relationships, die fast. Everything is fast. Everything is fast, right? But when you take the time out to self-reflect, it's like you slow it down a little bit. Sit in that silence. Cut the TV off. Let's stop worrying about what this person got to say and this person got to say. Because it keeps you confused. It keeps you unbalanced, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, stay balanced. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say stay balanced. That's where we all should be, in a place of balance, right? Balanced financially, balanced spiritually, balanced mentally, balanced emotionally, balanced in all aspects of our life, right? Balance. And what gives you that balance is being able to self-reflect. Look back at everything. Don't sit in your misfortunes, but become aware of your misfortunes. Don't sit in your flaws, but become aware of your flaws. So by that way, another person can't tell you about what you're doing. I already know. It's not to say that you know everything, but I'm not going to allow you to correct me on something that I already know. Now, please, if there's something that I don't know, bring it to my attention and I'll make the adjustment. But what I'm saying is, y'all, don't allow somebody to come into your house, your restaurant, telling you how to run it. Self-reflection will help with that. Make sense what I'm saying, family? Drop in the comments and let me know. Next thing, y'all, which is going to be the last one, number 5. We kind of spoke on this, but I'm going to, go into depth a little bit more. It raises your value, all right? It raises your value. Family, have you ever met that person and all they do is talk? So when this person speak, it's like they have to really say something that catches your attention, that really, catches you off guard. You're like, oh, you said something then. But when this person is always talking, you don't really, catch it all the time because they're always talking. But take that person who don't never say anything. They just sit back and observe. And the one time they talk, everybody like, hold on, wait, what, hold on, what he said? What she said? It's just like the baby, y'all. The baby who is learning how to walk, learning how to talk. But the first time they take that step, everybody like, what? Right? The first time they say dad, mama, bottle, food, whatever the case is, right? I know a baby better not be saying food at 18 months. But the point is, y'all, when they are speaking for the first time, it catches you off guard. You're not about to see a 5-year-old get that same prestige. He's 5 years old. You better be talking. A 10-year-old. Oh, he just said pizza. He better be saying pizza, right? He's 10 years old, not 10 months old. But the point remains, y'all, when it comes to you remaining your silence, it raises your value, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say my value is high. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say my value is high. But the point remains, y'all, all right? Your silence is more dangerous than what you think it is. I'm just being honest. It's going to raise your value in any situation. I look back on all my jobs, y'all. I'm very observant. Y'all see me talk now. A lot of people may be like, oh, Reno, all you do is talk. You talk for a living. True. But family, I tell you, I am an ambivert, which means, y'all, I can be silent on you. I really can be silent. Or I can speak a lot. I really can. I can be very extroverted, very outgoing, charming, talkative. And also, y'all, while I'm talking, it's going to be a lot of information that I'm sharing, especially if I feel like the person care about what I'm giving. I tell you. However, y'all, I can be just as quiet too. And what I've learned on all my jobs, when I look back, when I am quiet and then I speak for the first time, all the heads come directly to me. Everybody want to hear what I got to say because I'm quiet. I'm observing. I'm sitting back. So the first time I speak, it's like I just spoke $1 million and you see the money right there. I'm just being honest, y'all. But that's the point, right? Your silence is more dangerous than you think. Family, let's do this recap and then we'll conclude this video. So, number 1, y'all, it makes people wonder. Number 2, it becomes a weapon. Number 3, people begin to appreciate you more. Number 4, self-reflection. And number 5, y'all, it raises your value, all right? I told y'all we have the one-on-one sessions for a limited time, y'all. $20 for 30 minutes. God really touched my soul and said, man, you be obedient, all right? But you also value your time. And that's what I came up with, y'all. So anybody who's looking to book that one-on-one session, listen, y'all go ahead and get that session with your boy. I am here. I want to really get close and personal with the family and also help, just help in any way, fashion, form, or, way I can help y'all. So that's the point. But family, I'm going to get up out of here. Listen, y'all have a great night, all right? And y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.